Hey guys, welcome back to Appreciate Your Projects. Today is kind of a how-to do your battery recondition with a DC welder. I will link all of the products I'm using in the description below. Take a look at there. Please comment, let me know what you think about this video. I've had quite a few people comment, asking questions, send me messages, wanting to know specifics on how I do things, and this is going to be just a step-by-step process. I'm not going to do it at all. I'm just going to talk through how you do the steps to recondition a battery. I've done quite a few of them, and they're all holding up very well. So this is just a how-to video. So on a side note, at the end of this video, I'm going to attach a video I've already done of reconditioning my lawnmower battery and how well it works for me. So that'll be at the end. The beginning part of this is just gonna be how to. If you're not a professional and never done this before, please do not try this at home. I'm not a professional, I just do this because I like to do stuff, but I will say it can be dangerous. So please do not try this at home, and if you're gonna try it, do it with a trained professional and use the proper safety equipment. Go ahead and clean around here really good, pop the caps, top them off with distilled water, because what happens is as they get used, they boil, and they boil out the water that's in them, and that all that's left is the acid, and it's a higher percentage that needs to be. So top them off with distilled water. Clean your terminals real good, get your battery prepped and ready to go, fill it up with distilled water, get it prepped, ready to go. Step 1. Step 2, get your charger out, top your battery off, get the voltage, if it will top off, depending on how bad it is. A few batteries I had wouldn't even take a charge because it was so low. So get your battery, top it off. A little tip here, if you can't top your battery off, pull your DC welder out, hook it up for a few seconds, and it will bring the voltage up high enough to be able to get the charger to recognize it. Step 3. Load test it. See where you're starting at so that you can check your progress. Step 4, recharge your battery. Get it topped off before you start with a DC welder. Step 5, hook the DC welder up. Start low on the settings and continuously check your temperature. What I like to do is run it about 5 minutes. Turn it off, let the battery cool, do another 5-minute cycle. 5-minute cycles I really find that work really well for these batteries. You can increase the power, but I would be careful with your temperatures as you increase the power. This welder right here, when I hooked a voltmeter to it on a couple of the batteries that I've reconditioned, this runs about 18 to 20 volts DC through your battery. So I know this is a negative terminal. I usually use the red ones, but I get it. It's black. It's for negative. But this goes on the positive side. If I don't have a marine battery or a post where I can hook the positive side of the welder onto it here, because it will not fit here. So I wire this in, and then I connect the positive side of the welder to here and hook this on the positive side of the battery. That way I can have a good connection. And then I hook just the regular ground side. It has no problem. I've used it on quite a few batteries, so it's kind of corroded a little bit. All right, back for another battery recondition video. I didn't put my lawnmower battery on trickle charge and leave it on that all winter, so it sat. And I just hooked it up to the charger. It said 12.4 volts. I'm going to do a load test on it. I'm going to record it, and then I'm going to let you guys see what happens from there. It's basically the same steps we always do. I'm going to charge it, top it off, load test it. I'm going to record that for you guys, and then I'm going to put it on the DC welder low because it's got a seal cap on it. I can't pull the caps off, so I'm going to be careful with the pressures. So run the DC welder for 5-10 minutes on low setting. I'm going to charge it again, let it rest, do that cycle, repeat it. Who knows, 5, 10, 15 times. Depends on how long I'm out here for. I'm not going to keep going back and showing you everything because it's really the same process over and over and over again. But I want to do it with my lawnmower battery, so I'm going to record the process. Here we go, guys. All right, here we go. Load testing. Six and a half volts at 220 amps. See if we can do any better. Hey guys, so welcome back. Today is day 2. Yesterday I did the reconditioning on a lawnmower battery, and what I wanted to do was let it sit overnight and cool off. I left it on trickle charge, pulled it off this morning early. It's about 2 o'clock right now, and I wanted just to let it cool off because when you cycle it through the charging and the DC welder, they'll get really warm, and I wanted to see if it would change anything when the battery's cool versus when it's getting hot and doing a load test on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a load test now, and I'll show you what it's doing. All right, here we go, hooking it up. Showing right over 13 volts. $275 at about 7. It's only supposed to be about 230.